Were the ancient Sumerians black? I mean, growing up, I was taught that civilization started in Mesopotamia, right? Okay, so I learned about the Sumerians, how they created writing, built cities, and helped shape the world we live in today, okay? But nobody ever talked about who these people actually were. And then as I got older, I started seeing people ask a question that completely changed the way I look at history. All right, so look, I go back to my question. Were the ancient Sumerians black? I'm just asking the question, right? So now before anybody jumps to conclusions, this isn't about rewriting history. I'm not trying to rewrite no history, right? It's simply about asking questions. Some researchers point to statues, artwork, and ancient descriptions they believe show connections to darker skinned people, right? They argue that certain physical features found in ancient depictions may suggest African connections. Others go even further and believe that Sumerians may have been related to populations that once migrated out of Africa. But does that automatically mean that Sumerians were black? I think that's where the debate begins. This is the other side of the debate. Others completely disagree. Many historians argue that there is no evidence that the Sumerians were black Africans. Right? According to mainstream archaeology, the Sumerians were a unique people who developed in Mesopotamia. They believe many modern theories are based on interpretations rather than direct proof. So on one side, you have people who see African connections. On the other side, you have historians who say the evidence simply isn't there. So, on one side, you have people who see African connections. On the other side, you have historians who say the evidence simply isn't there. Right? This is the real mystery. What's fascinating is that even today, many questions remain unanswered. Where did the Sumerians come from before settling in Mesopotamia? Why does their language seem unrelated to the languages around them? How did they become so advanced so quickly? Right? And why are scholars still debating that origins thousands of years later? Where are the secrets of the Sumerians are still buried beneath the sands of time? I mean, even after thousands of years, right, the truth still remains elusive. I mean, are we missing pieces of a story much bigger than we know? Are we missing anything? So, who's right? Who's right? That's what makes this topic so fascinating. On one side, you have people who believe the evidence points toward African connections. On the other side, you have historians who argue there simply isn't enough proof to support those claims. And the truth is, the debate has been going on for years, right? So, the more you research this topic, the more you realize that there are still questions nobody can answer with complete certainty. Okay? The more you research this topic, the more you realize that there are still questions nobody can answer with complete certainty. Maybe that's why the conversation continues for this day, or to this day. Okay, so the people who built what many consider the first civilization on Earth are still surrounded by mystery thousands of years later. Put that in your brain. And there's still a question that remains, right? Were the ancient Sumerians black? Were they unique people who developed in Mesopotamia? Did they have connections to Africa? Or is the truth something we've yet to fully uncover? Don't cut. no, don't cut this, man. Look, history doesn't always give us easy answers, right? Sometimes all we can do is examine the evidence, ask questions, and continue searching for the truth. I mean, look, the mystery of the Sumerians is far from over.
The conscious signal.